Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Daphne, and welcome back to my channel. Today is November 29th of the year 2022, and I figured I would just get this update up and ready a little bit before December, as I had time today. So, we're going to get started. First, I would like to say welcome back to all of my current subscribers and viewers, and I would like to say welcome to any new subscribers that have joined us. I hope that there's stuff here that you find that you like, that you stay, and you hit that subscribe button and keep coming back on and see all of my updates on all my stitching journey. So with that, November so far, I mean, yeah, there's 2 days left, today and tomorrow, so it's technically kind of already over. So what I'm showing you is what I've worked on all this month already, and the pieces that I'm going to work on today is just pieces, today and tomorrow are pieces that I don't normally show on the video, so we're just gonna go for it. Big heads up, we have 3 pretty big milestones that I've reached in November. I have a fully finished item. I have 50% on 2 of my big projects. So that's pretty amazing. So you might want to stick around to see which ones have hit 50%. But first, we're gonna do my finish. This, I don't have the cover photo because it's pretty much the same thing. I just changed the color of the fabric, and I used colors of DMC that I had in stash that were either the called for or very similar to the called for colors. I made this piece for my boyfriend for his birthday, which was in November. Unfortunately, the stitching excuse me, the stitching was finished for his birthday, but I didn't get it FFO'd until after his birthday, but that's okay. So without further ado, here it is. This was Teresa Colgate, I believe, in the book that she released in Ford, Nashville last year. And this is, "You'll never know, dear, how much I love you." And I worked on this on when he was gone, little bit every day. So I'll just bring it in. This is 32 count, I believe, and I did this over two over 2, I believe. So there's that, and then I just made it into a flat fold, and this was the first flat fold I've done, and I used the Vanna Pfeiffer tutorial that she has out there on her flat folds. I will insert a couple pictures that I took as I was working the process and doing this. I didn't get very many. I think I got like 2, but I will link her tutorial down below. It was very easy to do. So here is that, and I just had this ribbon hanging around. You can use fabric as the little thing here to keep it. So there is that. My one finish, my first FFO of 2022. My first flat fold. So there's that one. And then we're just gonna get right into the stitching in no particular order, no rhyme or reason to what I pick out. This one is the Under the Sea Club, which is one more release and it'll be finished. I am behind, but that's okay. I will get it caught up. I wasn't anticipating it to be finished for the recipient for Christmas because the last release doesn't get released until the middle to end of December. So I'm using called for everything because I bought it as a kit from the Frosted Pumpkin. So here's where we are currently with this piece. I was working on these little fishes here when I picked this up the last time. I think I did some of the little waves, but I was working on the fish last time. So we've got this release here, this release here, and then this one down here, and then the last one is down and finishes out, what I'm gonna say finishes out the border underneath Under the Sea. So this one will definitely be finished in 2023. So there's that one. This is 28 count, I believe. 2/2. Full cross. And next piece we've got here is my NYC tower scene by Stitching Jules design. I want to say I just worked one day on this one. That's what it looks like, just on the 11th, which is what I always use it for, is the 11th of every month. So here is this. She has renamed this, but it's the same image. She just renamed it in a different name. I'm using 28 count even weave in sandy bottom 1/1 full cross in the called for DMC flosses. And this is where I'm at. This one, I believe, was approximately 300 stitches. Might have been a little bit more, but it was definitely 300 because I used it for a monthly prompt in one of my groups. So here we are. There's the whole thing that we have. And I was working in this building here, pulling in the colors, and maybe a little bit over here as well. So I'm just working my way across the top, and then I'll come back and do the bridge, and then I'll come back and do the reflection across the bottom. So still just plugging away, enjoying it. Another piece that I worked on, this one got several days, I believe. Yeah, this one got 2 days. And that is my sunflowers. I have an Unearthed Designs, and the artist is Marianne Broom. Still working up in here, but I'm starting to get more of the flower in. I had this one doing diagonal blocks, and I changed that just to cross country within the page. So the whole piece of fabric, I was using it for something else over here, but I'm just reusing this fabric for now. This project on the bottom is UFO'd. It wasn't calling to me anymore, so didn't make sense to keep it and keep working on it. So here is where this piece is all together. Just pulling in colors, pulling in the first one that was empty, just working that strand in. I'll be working over here when I pull it out next, and excited to say that this is a different color besides browns and yellows and oranges. It's green. We got some green in it. So that was pretty amazing to be able to put some green in it besides yellows and oranges and browns. But I'm still loving this piece. It's not deterring me from working on it all. This blue mark here is the end of the page, the width of the page, or the height of the page, and the width of the page is over here. So this is pretty much the. So I'll work on filling in these 2 pages, and then I might come over here, which would get me some more background up over here. Or I could continue working down and get onto this section. I'm not sure which way I'll go yet. But we'll see. I definitely want to get these 2 pages finished. So not that much more to go if you really think about it. Probably a couple thousand stitches or so. I haven't looked to see exactly what's left of these 2 pages. So there is sunflowers. and I'm using that the called for DMC Flosses as well. Next one here is my Pandemic by Long Dog, and this one here is one piece that I hit a milestone on. I believe this is 50%. I could be wrong. And here is the whole thing in its entirety. If I don't know if I was over here, but I think I was over on this section this time around. Working over here. I brought this outer border down, and I was just pulling it away over here. So this one was approximately 800 stitches this month. So we'll get some more in it in October, but here is where we got to this month. Just a little over 800, 817 approximately. I don't have my final numbers just yet. As I stated, this was just, hey, I got a few minutes, let's just do this now, and I'll get all the numbers and we'll go over those in the update video in December. So there is Pandemic. This is 30 count barley corn, access commodities, 1/1, in Mrs. Sada's silk. And then another one that I've been working on, I just have like, I think one more day for November to do, I believe. Yeah. But that's fine, I can push it into December. This is Hope and Strength by Glendon Place. This was my New Year, New Start 2021, I believe. And I hadn't worked on it at all in 2022 until this month when it got pulled for my November WIPCO, which was 10 days. And I'm not doing any of the beads. I'm just doing this in DMC colors. I changed the beads to DMC, the closest match to the bead. And just doing this on a white piece of fabric, white 32 count, I believe. Yep, Belfast linen. And working in my little 6x6 Q-snap, but I'll take it out so that you guys can see it's in its entirety. And you can see just what I did within 10 days. Didn't count the stitches because it's not in Pattern Keeper, so I wasn't really tracking stitches per se, just tracking my time. So this is where it currently is. Let's fold this up just a little bit. I can block out some of the background here. Okay. So what I did is all of this through here is all filled in with white. That was one thing that I did. From this point all the way down to this here is all filled in with white. So I just have to fill in up here with white, fill in this little band here with white. There is no white over here. This line is done. Not sure where I'm going to go next, if I'm just going to continue working down here, or if I'm going to start coming up and do some words. I don't know. I might do some words over here to get page 1 complete. It's 2 pages wide, by 3, I believe 3 pages tall. So this guy, he's part on page 1 and part on page 2. So we're getting there. This is just part threads so that I can just pick up and go when I get to that point. So yeah, I might just come up here, get in some of the letters up here, and go from there. And what this says, in case anybody would like to know, it says, at the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. Hope that it will get better, and strength to hold on. And strength to hold on until it does. This was released when the pandemic started, and they released this as a free chart. I'm not sure if you can get it on her website anymore. If you can, I will link it down below. If not, I'll still link Glendon Place down below as well. I don't remember. Yeah, this was 2020, so this was my new start in 2021. So there is Hope and Strength from Glendon Place. Stick that there. My next whip that I worked on, just a little bit on this one. I'm going to pull this one. This one's going to be my piece that I'm going to work on today as well. I do not have a picture. It is Snowman Stocking, Heaven and Earth Designs. I don't remember the artist, but I worked just a little bit in this area over here, filling in, picking the color. Any holes that you see, it's because I do not have that color. Just slowly working on fully kitting it up as I go. So a lot of these up here are just holes that I don't have the stitches for, the floss for. Same thing pretty much with the moon. I haven't gotten to do the moon yet. And then doing some of the lighter colors of blue. So this one is a piece that I'm going to pull out today as well. I needed 2 days to finish out this Whip Go Goal, so I did one day a couple days ago, and then I'll get the second day today, and that will clear this one off my Whip Go board for 2022. I haven't decided. I know what I'm going to do for my Whip Go board for 23. I just have not sat down and haven't sat down and done it yet. So there's this one. I should print out a picture of it so that we have it. And then another piece that I worked on this month and got approximately a little over 900 stitches is my quick stitch, a stitch in time. This is the holiday section. Heaven and Earth Designs, Amy Stewart. This is just a little snippet of the big stitch in time. This is the bottom corner. And I'm working on the snowman here, so I'm on this side of it. And there are some empty spaces as well in this one, because I was only just picking up the colors when I first kitted it up, picking the colors that were in that, the first few pages, and now I'm beyond that, so I'm just still going, but leaving holes. So I will have to go back through that and fill in those holes when I get those flosses. So let me get this untangled here first. Okay. Alrighty. Lots of flosses dangling. So this is where we are currently at. These threads up here are parked so that when I get ready to come up and do the top, then that's there and ready to go. Let me just fold this down just a little bit. No, that way. There we go. The threads being held over here by this needle minder are ones that are parked in the next diagonal. And there's a thread still on my needle because I just stopped when I reached my goal for the day. And then these here are ones that I'm currently working in and getting ready to park in the next diagonal if they're in that one. So this snowman, we got one little button on the snowman. We've been working on the scarf, getting the scarf done. So it's been pretty good. This, like I said, 300 stitches. Oh no, this one actually got 1,200 stitches because I used it for a prompt yesterday for 300 stitches. So this one received just over approximately 1,200 stitches, give or take. Might be a little more than that. But here is that, and it's coming out really nice. This is a page, a full page, and then a little bit of the last page that I'm working in this diagonal. The next one I do this up here, it'll just be the 1-page diagonal. 1-page width height diagonal. So as you can see in here, when I was talking about the holes, so there's some holes in here that I have not filled in because I don't have that color. And slowly I will get those colors. So there is QS Holiday. And that's on 28 count, which is a regular Lugana 1/1 full cross called for DMCs. And the other piece that I worked on this month was my Game of Thrones piece. Now you can't see much, but as you can see, I started on a new line of pages. Yep, I did it. I got this row complete, which in turn made this one almost 50%, if not 50%. I'll insert a little video that I have over here that shows this whole entire piece. When I took it out of the Q-Snap, I did a video, so I'll put that up here so that you can see that as I'm talking about this piece. This one has received about 1,500 stitches, which finished out this top row of pages and started on this row here. I'm just filling in. It's very, very short diagonals. I'm just filling those in as I go. These are just getting ready for the next diagonals, and these ones in the little bobbin here are parked and ready for the diagonal after I finish this one. So a little bit more background, and then I get to go into people, and then come down and do background people, and so forth until they get this down here, and then it'll just be people. So this side of the pattern has less background and get into the people quicker, whereas on this side, when you look at that video that I just showed, there's more background than people on this side of it. So it's fun. You get a little bit of difference, and like I said, I believe this is 50%. So when you see the video from here all the way up to the top, basically fold it in half, and it goes another half of it. So this one got really good progress this year, which makes me happy. So might be another one that I focus on this year for 2023 as well. But we'll see. And then we do have a start that I did not show in October's video, just because I just didn't show it. I now receive the Just Cross Stitcher magazine, so this is the December issue, December 2023 issue, I believe it's called. Yeah, December 2022, sorry, issue. And believe it or not, this is the piece that I'm working on. I've changed the colors to be colors that that are close to what they called for, or the called for colors if I had them. I was trying not to have to buy colors. So that's what I was doing. And some of the colors I'm pulling from other projects, because this was not going to take very much colors. And the fabric is kind of the same color, not the same one here. And this is a gift. Hopefully I'll get it finished before the end of December, before Christmas, so I can get it sent. But if not, then it'll just get sent afterwards. And here is where this is at. This is 28 count, 2/2 full cross. This is a Fortnight Fabrics, Crazy Annie's Fabric of the Month Club, which is an exclusive fabric just to the Fabric of the Month Club for this year. So as you can see, the color here is not the same color. This one's more of a browny color. I don't know if I'll leave it in or change it to be more of a red. I haven't decided yet. It was supposed to be 920, which is a medium copper, and the one color that I found using my little app website that I have was 301. But I think 301 just looks too brown for berries, but it's not that bad. These empty holes in here still have to be filled in with white. I gotta fill in the windows. There's some back stitching, and I'm just working my way. Do a strand of one color, fill it in. Pick the next some color, fill that symbol in with a strand. And that's how I'm just working around this wreath. Because other than that, it's just, as you can see, there's like 3 or 4 different colors of green, or different shades of green. Light, darker, green, dark, really light one. Let me see. Yeah, I think there's either 3 or 4 colors of green just in the wreath alone. There's the copper, there's pine green, there's dark green, gray green, there's fern green light and fern green dark. So there's 4 colors of green just in that wreath itself. So that's what I do. I just, like I said, I just pick the symbol, work that thread in, pick the next symbol, work that thread in, and I just keep going around and around. That's what I did up here. There's a little bit that I need to fill in up here, but I'll fill in, get down to the bow. Not a very good picture of this one here, but I'll work down, get to the bow, maybe I'll come back up, or take a break from the wreath, do the bow, work my way back up. But that's what we got here. And this is all filled in here. This is all completely done. Maybe I'll take a break and fill in the windows and get the house done. Because there is a little bit of backstitch on the house. There's some backstitch on the bow when that comes in. And I know how I'm going to finish this one when I get this finished. So this one I work on a little bit each night in order to hope that I get it finished. So for December, my plans, I'm going to do the 12 days of stitching with the Black Needle Society. And one of the projects is on the floor, but I will show those. You will see them in the December video. But the way I'm going to do it, because I do have other projects that I need to work on in the month. My Game of Thrones piece will be one that gets progress this month as well. Well, in December as well. For the Daily 30 group, I believe we still need to do our prompts in December for this one. So this one will definitely be worked on this month in December, as well as QS Holiday. This one will get worked on for the Daily 30 animal adventure that we're doing this year. So this one will get pulled out again. And Pandemic will also get pulled out and worked on in December as well, to get those prompts, those stitches that are needed for those prompts will definitely get met. But for the for the Black Needle Society, their hashtag they are doing for December is hashtag 12 days of stitching, and they're doing this from the December 1st to the 12th. But I'm going to do a little bit different. I have 6 projects that they're going to be put into a wheel, and there is technically 12 weekend days, Saturday and Sunday. So there's 6 Sundays and 6 Saturdays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the wheel that I have set up on my phone, and I'll spin it like Friday night, and that'll be what that project lands on. They'll get 2 days. I believe that's how I figured it out. I don't remember how I figured it out, but it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this on the weekends, and I might do, I think I'll spin it on Friday and pick my Saturday project. Spin it on Saturday and then pick my Sunday project. And then we'll go from there. That will be my 12 days of stitching. Those pieces, it's my Jane's Joy, the holiday one that I was working on last month in October. So QS Holiday will be picked for the 12 days of stitching. And this one here, Winter Chores, I have not touched this since last year. This was a kit. This is what it will look like when it is finished. This was given, well, I bought a box, cross-stitch supplies a few years ago from a good friend of mine, and this was one of the pieces that was in it. She had started it, so I started in a different corner to make sure that where she was was the middle. And I did get a lot of progress in it last year when I was working on it, or the year before. So this is where she started. She started in the middle, so then I measured and started up in the left corner where I usually like to start on my bigger full coverage-ish pieces. So this is where this one will start. And this is 14 count Ada, I believe, over 2. Yeah. There's no half stitches, but there's some blended stitches in here, I believe. The horses is where you see the fabric here, that's not stitched at all. And then down here in the horses, they're stitched and back stitched. This little boy who's riding on the sled being pulled by horses is stitched, and there is back stitch that needs to be completed in here as well. So here's, hopefully these connect. If not, I can just take it apart and go from there. So this one will definitely get some work this month, and hopefully we'll get some more work this winter as well. Snowman stocking, where did you go? Right here, this one. Nope, that's not that one. Oh, snowman stocking, here you are. This one will be worked on for at least one day, depending, but it'll be part of my 12 stitches of Christmas. Oh, 12 days of stitching. And then another one is the Christmas at the cabin. This one will get worked on if it's not already finished by the time that it gets spun on the wheel. And then I also had plugged in the Woodland series as well to start one of those little ornaments that I showed last month. So those are pretty much what I'm going to work on in December. I don't think there's anything else. You know, all my normal pieces, NYC on the 11th, my sunflowers. I would like to work a little bit on Under the Sea, my best friend's piece, Game of Thrones, obviously, and my Whipco pieces is the piece for one of my best friends, so that one needs to get 7 days, and this one here, this one needs to get another 10 days in December. So we will finish the day that I need to finish for November, and then I'll do 10 additional days. So this one needs to get 11 days for my whipco board. Unfortunately, there will not be a blackout on my whipco board because I did not finish one piece, and there will not be time to finish that one piece. So that's the way it is. And if it gets put on my board for 23, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not a problem. I can still pull it out and work on it to fit in prompts if I feel that it fit in into prompts. What else? The only other thing that I have this time around is the Black Needle Society bi-monthly subscription box. This is the November box. I'm not going to go into full detail on what each item is. If you would like to know more about the items, you can ask below, or you can go back and watch the Flosstube Extra where I unbox this video and I do read the little spoiler card which tells you what the item is, where the artist is, or what, all those kind of details. But I'll just show you the contents of this box really quick. So you do get your spoiler card. This month was Myths, Gods, Monsters, and Mythology. So you get this, which has the descriptions of them, the note from the Society, Black Needle Society, and the one that's available, Garden Life Stitching. This is the March edition, so this will be out in March. Then you have your photo challenge, and then pictures from the last one. So there's that. Just like I said, no random order. It's just what I pull out. This is Dying for Sass, 10 yards of hand-dyed cotton, I believe. And this is the Fates, and this is Persephone. This one is like light purples to dark purples, and this one's darks, you know, brownish gray to light blues. So those will be interesting to see what I can put them in. I need to start using some of these flosses. I have a bag and it's getting pretty full of flosses to use. Another thing in here is the needle minder. Is this lovely needle minder here. So this will get put on my needle minder collection piece. And then another one here. Next item is this bag, showing up blue, but it's actually green. This was a Stitching Goddess design. Is the creator of this bag. So I might replace my little notions pouch and use this one as my notions pouch. And we have a notes pad. And there's Nectar of the Gods black tea. And some either zipper pull or floss bling, whichever you would like. And it's a goddess sitting at a table. I don't remember which one it is. So there's that. We have a constellation style corner gauge. So this, if you put this on your corner and you put your needle here, this is 3 inches, 2.5 and 2 inches. And then there's also this mug here. And the last thing in the box is the pattern called Athena by Satsuma Street. So this will go in my pattern stash. I love the owl. My grandmother used to love owls. Excuse me. I have a pattern that I want to start in memory of my grandmother as well. So that is the November bi-monthly subscription box from the Black Needle Society. And I don't have no other haul. That's it. So for December, I'm not sure if I'll do a stitching update video like these ones, because I do plan on doing a whip parade, either the end of December or the very beginning of January, probably the end of December, so that you can see the progress that they made from January to December. So if I do the whip parade, then you're gonna see the progress that I made in December as well as the whole year. So I might just skip the the monthly update and just do the whip parade at the end of the month. And then at that point, or I might even do it in a separate video, is just go over really quickly my plans for 2023 go over my whip go board, go over my focus piece for semi-sane, go over my focus piece or pieces for daily 30, because we haven't been told what those pieces are yet. What the yearly challenge is yet this year. I believe that will come out in December. So just a few more days, hopefully, and we'll find out that, and then I can really sit down and go over all that. So that'll be 3. It'll be the whip parade at the end of the year. It'll be the plans video, an extra plans video, and I will put up another Monopoly Stitch with Me in December. So with that, I hope everybody has a great December. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving in the United States if you celebrate. And if your projects are not bringing you joy, or you're just at a point where you are frustrated with it, it's okay to put it aside and pick up a different project. This is a hobby, and we don't want to be stressed about our hobby and not want to work on pieces. I know for me in November, there were days that I didn't put very many stitches into projects, just because I wasn't in the mind frame to do stitching. So I didn't. I did put a few in, but if I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't going to do it, and stress myself out and have those memories associated with those pieces. So it's okay to put things away if you need to. So, like I said, hope everybody has a great month, and I'll see you in December. Bye, everyone.